Dizhappenings, welcome to another episode in season one. We hope you're enjoying the ride. And in this episode, we truly got a special guest, two special guests, or I should say a co-host. We got Shaun back, and we also have Scott Gustin, our Disney news guy, our Disney news beat. I mean, he just brings it all the time. We're so grateful he's on the pod today. Hey, Scott, thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And we're going to talk about D23, and we're going to talk about a lot of stuff at D23. I think a couple years ago we did a true or false edition, and I think it's time to bring it back. And unfortunately for Scott, I'm going to be peppering him and putting him on the spot a little bit. Are you prepared for this, Scott?
Yeah, I'm ready. I mean, fun fact, last time I got every single one correct, which is crazy. It was crazy. I think it was 100%, right?
I think it was like 98% or something. We'll see if you can beat that this time.
It's like 20% probably. But no, this will be fun.
Shaun, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't believe, and it didn't hit me until you said it, Matt, that it's been 2 years since we last did this pod. Because I remember doing it right before D23, 2024. So time flies, and yeah, last time was super fun, and I feel like we had some good debates. So I'm excited for this one. I don't know. I don't know if there's as much anticipation for huge announcements this year, at least in my mind, just because obviously we had so many new lands brewing last time around, and we didn't even know about the Magic Kingdom lands. So I don't know if there's any, everyone knows there's nothing like massive coming, but it definitely seems like there's a ton of smaller stuff that people are anticipating. So should be fun.
Yeah, I think everybody thinks we're going to get more details. But let's see what Scott thinks. Let's see if we got a couple surprises. And Shaun, I want you to weigh in with these two. It's a list of 99 true and false questions. Uh, I'm going to start out with
There wasn't room
a.
for 100, Matt.
I was gonna say, man, like you could come up with one more. Like,
I had 98. I literally just added one. So
Yeah,
okay.
Matt texted me like 3 or 4 days ago. Bringing Scott on, got 98 questions, need 2 more. Apparently, in those 3 to 4 days, he only got one
I
more.
could
One more.
exactly. All right, the D23 panel. You ready? They'll broadcast the D23 Parks panel live. Remember, 2 years ago they didn't, and you had to watch live streamers? Will Disney actually be behind the production of a live stream, or will they not live stream it? So, true or false? They will broadcast it?
False.
Boo. Man, that stinks. Um, I hope you're wrong on that one because it's, just trying to watch these rogue videos is kind of tough, but
Yeah. And I think they gotta preserve the event, and if they didn't do it last time, I don't know why they would do it this time. Like they made bigger announcements last time than they are going to this time. I think that's barring some shock. I mean, you can make that the 100th question if you want, but I think everyone is kind of on the same page that last time was the true wow announcements, and if they didn't do it last time, I don't know. I would be surprised if they did it this time, and I'm not talking about like live streaming inside of Fortnite or something like. Actually making it where everyone can watch the Parks panel at home, I don't think so.
all right. And I just got my 100th one. It just came to me. I thought it'd be appropriate since we're talking about D23. During the Parks panel, and I'm not sure who's actually going to be doing it, if it's Josh or somebody else, but the word turbocharge will make a cameo. True or false?
It's true. They can.
There we go. And I got to 100 on the fly. All right. So I kind of organized this from things that I don't care as much about, if that makes sense. So I'm going to start out with almost a comical one. Disney will announce another story living location like Catino.
No,
True or
no way.
false?
No.
All right, all right.
I don't know if they'll ever announce another story living
Well, didn't they announce one's
location.
coming to the Carolinas?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. Beyond that one, like
Okay,
that one is
okay.
announced and they're working on it. But beyond the North Carolina one, I don't know if they'll ever have another one. So definitely not at D23.
I say more about Catino and coming up, so very not in this episode, but I have some strong thoughts. All right,
Matt's got an entire episode on Patino.
I do. All right. Next up, this is, I guess, the Disney animation area. So, Frozen 3 teaser will be shared. True or false?
True. Not in the parks panel, but yeah, we'll get it in
Yeah, okay, that's what I
studio
meant.
panel. Yeah,
At some point at D23.
yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
All right. Disney will have more details on their next live action adaptation. And I don't know what that could be, but one that we haven't heard about, or maybe it's Tangled, but they'll give us something. New
Yeah,
movies.
I
Okay.
think we'll get something on Tangled. Yeah.
Okay. And by the way, Shaun, if you want to jump in anywhere, just pause me. All right.
Great.
I'm in Pixar world now. So, and I only got one on it. Disney will have a Coco or Incredible teaser, a Coco 2 or Incredibles 3 teaser.
Hmm. I mean, maybe like a some artwork or something. I think they're gonna probably focus on the films that we know about and not, or the more near term films.
When's Coco 2
Teasers. But we
come out?
might. I don't think they put a year on it.
Has it been has it been officially announced, Stephen?
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely was. Um,
Yeah. I'm seeing. Yeah, I don't think they put a year on it, but people are wanting to say that it's 2029. But
I can't
yeah,
imagine they'd have a teaser 3 years out.
yeah, so
yeah,
no new footage teaser. They might show some clips from the old movies or something. They'll reference it, but they won't. We don't think there'll be any new content there. Correct?
I don't. I
Okay.
don't think so. No.
All right. All right. I'm in Marvel. So, and you guys have to help me with Marvel because it's not it's not my number one interest, right? But Disney will announce at least one film, one new film that we don't know beyond Avengers: Secret Wars. True or false?
I think we will find out about one within the next month, but it might happen at Comic Con,
You know what?
not at D23.
Yeah, and that's a good point. Let me put a little exception on here. Is that any of the true or false questions includes could be now up until D23 and at D23. So if you think it might come before, you can say that. That's for sure, but that would make it true. Basically, are we going to get content by D23? Is probably by or at D23 is the actual question. All right. Disney will announce a season renewal of Disney Plus content for Marvel, for a Marvel project. So maybe we get another Daredevil or something, another season of Daredevil
Um,
or something like that.
yeah, I feel like another season of Daredevil makes sense. So if there is one, I think it would be that one.
Nothing with the Scarlet Witch or anything like that.
Not until we get Vision, like
Okay.
the Vision series, like on. I can't imagine them announcing another one. But supposedly the Vision series is the end of the Wanda Vision trilogy. But I
All
think
right.
it's a matter of how well that show does, which I've heard is really good. So I mean, I'm excited for that show.
For which
I
show?
want to say, didn't we get a announcement that Wonder Man got renewed recently? Maybe I'm
Yeah.
misremembering that, but I thought that we got a
No,
season
yeah,
two for that.
yeah, it's a season 2 for that one was announced.
All right. Change in IPs. Star Wars. Disney will announce that a new Skywalker trilogy is in production. So episodes 10 through 12. True or false?
Wow. No, false.
Okay. Disney will give us a release date on a movie beyond the next one, which I think is Starfighter. I think that's next year. But they'll give us a release date on another film.
Um, I mean, true. I'll say true on that. I mean, we may get another film announcement about Star Wars or for Star Wars. just like a new to us film announcement. Not the trilogy would be shocking in my opinion.
I agree.
Um, but yeah, I think at minimum, like maybe some dates or a date. Sure, I'll say true on that.
They'll show us that giant timeline, and we'll have something there for Star Wars. I'll take it. All right. I'm on to Disney Cruise Lines, which I know is one of your passions. So we will get more details on the Disney Believe. True or false?
Um, I don't. They might mention it. I don't think we're getting like the reveal of the Believe during D23. I think they'll do that separate.
Okay. After D23?
Yeah, most
Okay.
like I think it's more likely after D23. Yeah.
All right. So we're not going to get
So
the
I mean,
IPs being used because I think they hinted towards that. You know,
yeah, they may. I think a normal them having so many of these ships, like you can almost like try to figure it out by pattern. If I had to predict what they're gonna do, I think at D23 they will reveal one or two things, whether it's IP or spaces, and then they'll do like a full reveal later. Like if they have a unique thing about the ship, they'll bring it up in the panel, and then that'll kind of be it for that. And then later this year, they'll reveal everything, dates, and all that stuff will happen later after Expo.
all right. So it sounds like you're leaning true then, I guess, technically.
I think they will talk about something
Okay.
IP related on the ship. Yeah, I'll say that.
Okay. All right. We will get an opening time frame of some of the other remaining ships that are coming.
I think we know those. I mean, based on the years that they've given us the years for
Okay.
the new class of ships. I think we will in the panel. We're going to get more information about the new class of ships, which I think your average cruise line fan, that's what they're most interested in. Like the Believe is, we know what the ship is. It's just a swap out of the IP with maybe they do something different, and some of the spaces like get the switch up for Haunted Mansion Parlor. Maybe there's something else that they do in that space.
Oh,
But I think the new class, I think they will talk about that. But the years are pretty set on when we're expecting those. They won't get any specific beyond the year though.
all right, Sean. Cue another question. And so now I'm down to 99 again since that one was disqualified. So,
All
all right,
right, I'll get
all
us
right,
another one.
all right. Here's the next one. We will get at least one ship name for the remaining ships, which I think is 10 to the 12th is beyond belief. Do you think we get another ship name during the panel or before it?
Mm, I'll say no.
Okay.
False.
All
I
right.
think it's also worth noting that like they're not struggling. Disney Cruise Line is not struggling. They just have a surplus right now of inventory at a time when people they don't have money just sitting around to spend on vacations. You're seeing a lot of deals and stuff, and I think they're mindful of that. Where you don't want to start talking about, you don't want to give people a bunch of reasons to not go cruising now. So
Good point.
that's why I'm leaning on like them focusing on what's more near term.
Okay. That makes
We're
sense.
gonna have another expo before that next class of ships is actually sailing. So they'll do it then.
All right. So this is for the California faithful. Disney will announce more departures out of California with their new ships, whether it's they expand on LA or maybe they expand what they're doing in San Diego, but they just kind of tip off that more is coming to California.
Yes.
True. Wow. All right. Okay. Disney will announce a new destination port.
Like a Disney owned island or
No,
just a
just no. Maybe it's, I don't know. I was going to say Australia, but I think they go there. I don't know. Just a new spot, a new, you know, they added Singapore, right, as a departure port, but I guess I'm thinking more of an arrival port. Um,
Mm, I'll say false on that.
okay. All right. Now we're going to talk near to my heart. You ready? Disney will return to the Northeast as a departure port, either New York, Cape Liberty, New Jersey, or Philly. And this is obviously would be an announcement.
Yeah, I think I mean, with all the ships, I think any of this is likely. I don't see that as being something they're announcing between now and D23 or at D23. But
Okay.
I do think it's coming.
All right. We're on to the parks. So Disney Abu Dhabi, they will give one reference to that. I know, like they they'll mention it, even if it's like, hey, we got a new park coming, and they'll actually mention it, but they'll just give one reference it during the whole panel.
I think, yes, they will do something to acknowledge that it is still happening without, I think it's possible they go beyond that, but at minimum, they'll do something to let people know that it's not canceled.
Okay. And now going
If
beyond
it's an
that,
updated artwork or
yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
yeah, okay, cool. Shanghai Disney will get confirmation that a second gate is coming.
Mm,
I thought this would have been here by now. That's what I'm confused about.
yeah. Um, I don't feel great about this, but I'll say true, just because it's kind of an open secret. I think a lot of people expected it at the anniversary, and we still haven't heard about it. So I'll say true. And if it doesn't happen at D23, I feel like that might be a sign that it's been kicked down the road because they've missed two obvious opportunities to announce it. So I'll say true.
All right.
I'd probably go the other way on that one. I know there's been a ton of smoke. I just think with Dubai, with Abu Dhabi, I can't imagine them wanting two parks going at the same time, but we'll see.
Well, let's talk about Disneyland Paris now. So we're gonna find out what's coming west of the Lion King land. Like we'll get an answer. Some of the rumors are Avatar. Of course, it was a mini Galaxy's Edge at one point, and now some of the rumors are Moana. But we will find out what's coming to the west of Lion King land. True or
Hmm.
false?
I'll say false.
Okay. A new
Just
attraction. Good. Sorry.
because I don't think they're ready to talk about that yet.
Okay. All
They're
right.
going to talk about Lion King, and then you know, they'll talk about what's next later.
Okay. Still staying on Disneyland Paris. They'll actually announce a new attraction is coming to Disneyland Paris and not Disney Adventure World.
Hmm. I mean, they haven't done that in a long time. No, I don't. I'm not feeling it. I'll say false on
All right. Okay. I have to do it. We'll get confirmation that a third gate is coming to the Disneyland Paris Resort. False. Okay. I'll just write false down.
that.
All right.
Yeah. Fourth. What about a fourth gate? Let's do that.
All right. All right. All right. Moving on to Disney California Adventure. All right. We're going to get the Avengers Campus opening details. And it can be a day, which I doubt they'll do that. It could be a season or a year, but we'll get the opening announcement date.
I think some general time frame. Yes.
Okay. All right. Coco. opening details again can be the exact day, the season, the year. True, false.
Hmm. I think a year, like a confirmed, like we there's the suspected year, but a confirmed year. Um, I think we should have that for Coco.
All right.
Yeah, I'll say true on that.
All right. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but do you think they're going to try to time this with the Olympics coming in a couple years? Is that kind of that's what a lot of people think? Is that too ambitious? 2028?
No,
Okay.
not for where they're at in that construction and what they're actually building. It is, and the fact that they've shifted construction up to speed up that project, delaying other things that they had uh, said that would kind of happen first. They moved Coco up. Um, I definitely think they're shooting for that.
All right. We're going to get an official attraction name for the Coco boat ride.
Hmm. Yeah, I'd have to. I mean, I think that's. It'd be nice for them to throw Disneyland fans a bone on that and give them some announcements that are worthy of Expo. And yeah, I'll say true on that.
That one's interesting
I
because
was
we
trying to I was trying to think back on like when we learned the Avengers names. Like when did we learn Avengers Infinity Defense? I'm not really sure,
hmm.
but
In the
I
Stark
like
Force, whatever. Yeah.
yeah, Stark Flight Lab, all that.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, Sean, you were
That's
gonna
just
say.
an interesting question because this time 2 years ago we found out about that and it was a complete shot in the dark. I hadn't heard a single person even mention that as a possibility. So you would think we'd got to get a bone thrown 2 years later.
Yep. So, yeah, I'll say true on that.
All right. Here's a big one. They're going to provide us an update on the Hollywood land. They're either going to double up on Avatar or tell us something else coming.
I don't think they will at. I'm if we are hearing about it at D23, I think something has to happen before D23. Um, like I say that because if you go and look at Disneyland's like construction updates page or the parks blog where they announced that Monsters Inc. was going to close, they haven't updated any of that. It still says that Monsters is closing in early 2026. Um, they never like. There's nothing on any of Disneyland's official pages anywhere that would suggest that that ride never closed. The only way that we found out it wasn't going to close was through media, and it's been crickets ever since. Um, it feels like if we get it at 23, it's yet another round of concept art for Avatar, and then you know and then I don't know what. Like that's the thing. Like they're not going to announce a closure date for Monsters at D23. That's not going to happen. So they could show us yet another block of concept art, or maybe we get lucky and there's a model actually exists, and then people will feel that it's actually happening. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like that is the wildest card of the wild cards is figuring out what they're going to talk about when it comes to that part of the park. But my hope is that we find out something before Expo and not like the Monday after that gives us like a direction on what's going on there. Because I just wanted to build the freaking parking deck. I mean, I just wanted to get going on that. And they're supposed to be starting very, like they've already kind of pretty much started, but actual construction is supposed to start very soon. And if that's going to happen, I don't want anything delaying them getting that thing going. So
When they
I'm gonna say we hear something before D23
okay,
that tells us what's going on there, but I don't think at D23 we're getting new concept art or anything new. That's what I'll guess.
but we'll know what they're doing. Is your gut feeling like we'll know
I mean,
they're
they're doing
double
that.
downing on. I mean, they did say when they pushed back Mike and Sully, they had, I don't know if it was a media event or whatever, but they did say like we're still bringing Avatar, but we're shifting things around and we don't need to close Mike and Sully's until 2027. They did
Yeah.
kind of double down there, but people
Oh yeah.
didn't buy it, and they still don't
I
buy it
asked them
until
straight up. I asked them straight up. I said, "Does this impact the construction timeline for Avatar?" And there was no changes to that plan. Um, Things can always change. There's rumors of Zootopia, and I think you can make the argument that makes a whole lot more sense. But I don't know, man. I will laugh out the building if we don't hear anything, and then they get up on stage and they show us even more concept art of Avatar and no timeline or
For the
anything
seventh
else,
time.
and it's just like we're stuck in this like Bob Iger torture loop where he goes out and decides they're building this thing and everyone just has to clean up the mess. Um, yeah, I think my best guess is we'll find out something between now and D23 that tells us, yeah, they're doing Avatar, or no, they're doing something else. And then at D23 there will be something. If it's them showing us a ride vehicle like in the pavilion, we see the boat for the Avatar ride without any like timeline, or we get lucky and see a model and then we'll move on and accept Avatar coming to DCA. But yeah, it's a weird one, especially given that according to all the Disneyland official websites, Monsters is closing early this year to make way for it. You know, it is so strange.
I think the odds are only about 20%, but man, if we walked in Friday morning and there was an Avatar model, that'd be pretty fantastic.
It'd be, it would be hilarious. Like all of the everything, rumors and moaning and groaning and hoping and wishing some people hoping that it's Zootopia, and then to see an actual model.
Given how much they've
wild.
just strung us along for years with such just little tidbits every,
Yeah.
random investors call or whatever.
Yep. And said where it's going and then tried to take it back. I mean, the whole saga of even that, they announced it was coming to Disneyland, it was an experience, and then it was a land. And then someone accidentally said it was coming to DCA, and then they were like, no, this is coming to Disneyland Resort. And then they tried to put it with Disneyland Forward, and then it has nothing to do with Disneyland Forward. So anyway.
What were the models we got recently? I mean,
one.
last year um, we had the Monsters coaster, right? And then we had the Lion King boat ride. And what was
yeah,
the
and
You mean
Tropical
at
that?
the
America.
last expo?
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
like yeah.
yeah. 2 years ago, we got the Monsters coaster. We got our first look at Tropical Americas
Right.
and the Encanto model. Lion King. They in the pavilion they had the Disneyland Paris model, and then they added Lion King, I think,
That's right.
after they announced it. Yeah,
Yeah, they added the whole miniature.
yeah,
I think they had like I guess Adventure Way, right? And then they added that at the
yeah.
end, I guess. So speaking of miniatures, it's actually a great transition. Miniatures, models, whatever you want to call them. Will we have a new model for something at DCA, whether it's Coco, Avengers Campus, or Avatar Zootopia, or something else?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right. On to some entertainment at DCA. Disney will announce a New World of Color show debuting in 2027.
No, I think they'll say the original is coming back.
The original. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I should put false. I guess I'll put false on there. So we'll say
Yeah.
you
You
think
said
they'll.
new show. I'll
Yeah,
say
I
false.
did. So the original show returns. The original?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow, people would be really pumped about that. All right, on to Disneyland Park. Will they show us the new Autopia electric vehicles or art or do a nod to it, anything like that?
No.
Okay, not exciting enough. All right.
I mean, it could be like in a box in the pavilion, but I don't know. Like that whole story is not like they didn't do it willingly. It was a
They were
lawsuit
forced.
that
I know,
forced
I
them to
know.
do it. They were forced to do it. So it would almost be awkward for them to like take a victory lap, pun intended, on that project. So I
That's
would
a good
say
point.
unless there's something really cool about those cars, which I don't think there is, I'll say false on that.
All right. Will we get any more Tomorrowland details that something else is happening? Either a ride revamps, new rides, fixing the people mover. And this has been a rumor forever. Tomorrowland at Disneyland.
Why not? Sure.
True.
I mean,
All
if I'm
right.
gonna keep being wrong, I'll just keep being wrong on it until I'm right. So yeah, we're here
The
Tomorrowland
one
here.
year you say it's not coming, it'll come in 2030.
And that happened with Monsters Coaster like 2 years ago. That's exactly what happened. I had it for the two previous expos. I had it, and then I was just like, it's not gonna happen. It's never like it would be so out of left field for them to do it now, and then they did. So
All
I'm not
right.
making that mistake with Tomorrowland. I'm just gonna be wrong until I'm right.
There's probably more on this list that's going to apply in the same way. So we'll have to get to them. Will they share the status of a parade returning? Either magic happens or they're bringing back Main Street Electrical Parade. Got the locals there.
Hmm. A parade coming back, I'll say no.
Okay. Right now, they have no parade beyond the holiday ones, right? After Paint the Night, which they extended out like a week or two, then they'll have the holiday offerings. But as of now, in 2027, there's nothing slated. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
I think Disneyland's in line for a new parade. So like that would be on my list of possible announcements
Interesting.
at D23. Um, and I think what's next will be Magic Happens coming back, but I don't even know if that's like that doesn't feel like D23 worthy announcements. So I'm kind of in the middle on it, but I don't think that a D23 announcement will be a parade coming back.
All right. Will they share that a new attraction is coming at Disneyland?
Mm. Uh, no.
All right. How about the Phantasmic Dragon returns?
Oh man. No. I think that moment passed. Unfortunately, there was a plan for that, but I don't. I would love to be surprised.
Would people go nuts over that? Or like, would they?
Yeah,
Oh
Would
yeah.
they? Okay. Okay.
If it was announced and shown that it is truly coming back, and not like we're making more changes to you know half-ass Phantasmic, um, but if it's like they show it, like that would be a big moment in that arena in Anaheim for
yeah. I
sure.
don't know if that announcement moves the needle for regular fans, like ticket sales or whatever. I'm sure it does a little temporarily, but for an event like D23, that'd be pretty raucous in there.
Yeah.
All right. How about they'll announce a new nighttime show coming in 2027? Wondrous Journeys falls off shortly.
A new fireworks show for
Yeah.
Disneyland.
A new nighttime
Um,
fireworks show.
Man, like this is, I think Disneyland gets a bit of the, they kind of get screwed when it comes to this stuff because they have so many already, and they can just bring back Believe, and they can bring back, there's so many shows that they can just bring back, that the new has to align with something. And if they didn't do it for the 70th, that feels, I don't know, it just feels, it would be very unexpected, I think. But I'll say false on that.
Okay. All right. Now we're on to just Disneyland Resort, Disneyland Forward. I'm kind of categorizing these. We'll get updated art about Disneyland Forward. Some new art.
No way.
All right.
I'd love it, but man, that would be a shocker.
Yeah, they're still
That would be a
probably a couple
shocker.
years away from that. All right, we're gonna
They
get.
got built. They got to get that freaking parking deck built before you tell me what else you want to do. Like,
It's so far out, right?
Yeah, I feel like it's too far.
All right. We'll get new IP details on Disneyland Forward at false too, I would imagine.
I could see them having some type of, like, if I'm Disney and I kind of know what the plan is, which I don't, but if they know what their long vision, long term plan is for Disneyland, and they have something in mind similar to like the Villains Land 5 year out reveal, 6 year out reveal that they did for Villains, I could see them throwing that in, but I still feel like it's not likely. So I'll say false.
Avatar would look nice at Disneyland Forward, wouldn't it? Just saying.
More concept art? Is that what you're wondering? More Avatar art? Like,
I don't know.
More right. Avatar would look good. Animal Kingdom.
You know what? I think it does look good there. Yeah. All right.
Use that expansion pad in Florida. Put Avatar there. I mean, the Na'vi were rumored for Disneyland Paris. They could take Avatar over there. They could reuse all their art if they decide not to do it at Disneyland. But if they come out and say that they've moved it to Disneyland Forward, like I'm gonna boo. For the first time at a D23
Shaun,
panel.
I want a video of Scott, man, if you can pull that off.
Yeah, I'll find him in the arena and zoom in on him.
All right. How about a new hotel announced at Disneyland? I don't even know if people would get excited over something like that. I think they would, but no. Okay.
No.
I got to do it. I'm sorry. Third Gate.
Oh, gosh.
False. I'll just write false down. It's coming one day. You guys will remember I said that. I mean, I'm not the first one that said it either, but all right. Let's move on.
The third gate at Disneyland is the opposite of the ones that I'll say are coming until I'm right.
It's not coming.
It's the opposite of, that's the one that I'll just say it's not coming until it's like, oh, there it is. Okay. All right.
I think our grandkids will be doing a podcast by the time. I mean, it's decades. I think it's decades down the road.
I do too. I mean, you gotta be able to justify it, and I don't think they can currently. But you got to plan ahead, and you need to be able to meet the moment when you need to. But man, that would be a shocker for them to.
I still think that happens before the fifth gate. Whenever at World, that's if it's 20 years from now or something. I still think that. I think Disneyland gets the third gate first. And maybe it never happens. Maybe neither one of them happen. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, let's move.
I don't see either one happening in the time that I'm going to care.
I mean, the odds of one will come at some point. I mean, population's only going up, but yeah, decades. I would say for one of those two coming.
I mean, we could have a whole separate conversation on this, but I mean, the problem with the fifth gate at Walt Disney World is something would have to change, not with population, but with length of vacations. Like, suddenly people would have to be willing to take longer trips. Like, that is what they ran into for World, is it was just cannibalizing what you have. I mean, Universal's dealing with that right now. And it has to get to a point where you don't just need more space for the people, but your four that you have to be maxed out in a way that a fifth can meet that demand, but then also make sure that people are willing to go to all five. Because if you're just changing the four they go to and then they have to skip a park, they ain't skipping the new one. They're skipping Animal Kingdom, and then you got a problem there. So
What if
there
we
is
get
a
supersonic travel again, Scott, in the next couple decades? That could
see
maybe doesn't lengthen the
that
trip, but it lengthens your ability to get there.
I will alter my prediction for that. if we do that, then yeah. And suddenly businesses are giving people more vacation than now. Like if this AI thing comes in and I don't know if people have heard about AI, but it's a thing now. I can tell you all about it. If somehow that one is giving us extra vacation because these automations are doing the job and employers are just so generous that they give us extra time off, then yeah, maybe a fifth park.
Like 2 weeks becomes the norm instead of a week, right? Something like that.
I mean, that entire rant was complete sarcasm.
I know.
The whole pod without AI being mentioned. Thanks a lot, Scott.
I know. I still think that the third gate has a better chance because you could still spend a week.
No, I agree there too. If I'm picking between the two, I would say
I think I'm the opposite of you guys there. I think fifth gate's more likely. I don't think either's coming for decades, but I feel like supersonic travel comes in like 7-8 years, and Disney World just trying to keep up with. I don't think Disneyland third gate is. I mean, I think that's probably 30 years away.
I don't know, they're going to move a lot of stuff around just to expand their current parks with Disneyland Forward. We'll see.
Scott, or Matt and me and Scott will be in an old folks home, and Matt will be rubbing in the victory, and third gate gets announced.
Yeah, I can promise you I will not be taking advantage of any supersonic travel in 40 years when these things are happening.
Might be a vacation with your grandkids on the 74th Disney Cruise Line fleet.
There you go.
Yeah, that's that you will find me there. That's where I'll be.
All right, let's move to Tropical Americas and Animal Kingdom. So we're going to get the official attraction names for Encanto, Indy, or the Carousel. Just one of them would make this true.
Yes.
We'll finally know the ride vehicle for Encanto.
True.
All right. Tropical Americas, either a phased opening or fully opened, will be okay. I didn't do a good job wording this, but they'll announce that it will either be opening completely by the summer of 2027 or a phased opening by summer of 2027.
So by saying true, it'll be one of those?
Correct.
Yeah. So they're not going to announce anything that would give away if it's a phased or not phased. But I do think that they will reveal that, Pueblo Esperanza will open up next summer, something like that. They're not going to say, Indy will open the following year or whatever it might be. But I think that they need something opening next summer, and I think they need people to know that something will be open next summer. So I'll say true.
Yeah, I think everything is going to open next year, but I could see a phased opening where maybe Indy opens first.
You think all of Tropical America?
What's what he said. I mean, that's what Demaro said that. Like, I have a video of him saying the entire land will be open in 2027. I have it somewhere. I could find it and share it. Now, it was a couple of years ago when he said it, but so I do.
I don't think it's impossible. I do. I think if that happens, we're talking summer and December 30th of next year for the second part of it.
I mean, they've done it. They've done activations or whatever in early December. It's possible.
The thing that people have to keep in mind about the phased openings is it's not about timing, or it's not about how long it takes them to do anything. It is about timing it for guests, having new offerings as often as possible is what continues to bring people to the parks. And to have something new in the summer and then have something else new later that year is more important in a lot of cases than um, the folks that are saying, "Oh, we want a complete land to open and debut and have a big reveal." They make more money back when they can extend or rush on the front end instead of waiting until December of next year to open it all. They're going to do better to rush the carousel to get it open for summer, for Cool Kids Summer 2027, and then open the rest later. Like, it's just, it has become core to the business to have new offerings almost every season. And I think that's what we're going to have. Now, I don't know that for sure. I kind of hope that's not true, but that's what I'm expecting.
That's another over or before after that we have, Matt.
Yeah, what do we have for that? Tropical America's Lands Open. I have May 31st, 2027 before.
But
You have the
just
after.
some part of the land, right? Like a phased opening, as you said.
Yeah, any part of it.
I could see the
I mean,
carousel
to me,
opening.
like, I mean, that's not going to drive people there, though. I mean, they have, to me, they have to open one of those, India and Canto,
What if they
to actually
opened?
get people
What if they
to
opened the
book trips.
carousel in that massive quick service restaurant? Because that seems to be going up
Mm-hmm.
pretty quick or being finished pretty quick.
Yep. There is no world where they should not be able to get those two open by summer of next year. And those both align with their priorities and strategies for summer,
That's true.
which is families and kids. So, like, all of that makes complete perfect sense. It's all possible based on where the construction is at today. There's no reason that they couldn't do it. The only reason would be the desire to hold it back to have this big moment and reveal when you're opening it with the rest of the land. So that, but I think we're going to see the carousel next
I'm
year.
just trying to
So you
save
think the
Harambe
carousel
Market.
opens first?
Carousel
Yeah,
and
open that
restaurant, I think.
restaurant. Save Harambe Market.
Yep.
All right, I'm putting a little note here. Carousel and restaurant. Which my next question was, will we get more on the food and the bev that's offered there?
At D23,
Yeah.
no.
No. Okay. All right. Well, we get the new port.
I will say I'm so excited for the week to 2 weeks leading up to Expo, where announcements are made that don't make the cut for 23, because I just love it so much when people are like,
Why did they say
"Well, it'd
that
been
one?
nice to save this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going all the way. Why didn't you save it?" And it's like, um, you know, a menu item or something.
Yeah.
It's there are some legitimate arguments people have made and things where even I've been like, why are they announcing this now? But then it's also just kind of like, new popcorn bucket or something. They're like, why are you announcing it now? Why didn't you say it? It's like, guys, like,
Relax. Yeah.
not everything can be announced at D23.
No, they need all their performers to do songs and get the Muppets up there, like all 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 the fluff stuff in between. Which I'm sure the people that are there are enjoying it, man. But I just want the announcements and the details. That's me.
Now, look, I'll tell you what. Last time having all those performances, I didn't get anything from them except a moment to catch up between announcements,
So it worked
because
out
I don't
well.
remember who sang what. I don't have a clue who was doing what, because as soon as they made an announcement and then out came a performer, and that entire performance was me like writing up things. And then by the time the performance was over, I could be like, all right, here we go, next thing. So my consumption and enjoyment of that show was probably very different than normal people. because mine was that I truly could not tell you who did what during the performances in that show. Except there was one where they actually gave news during the performance.
Yeah,
Like
what was
announcing
that?
opening time.
Wasn't it a rapid fire thing?
Yeah, it was a rapid fire. I hated it. I hated it so much.
Uh, that's
Anyway, but that's where they gave one of their confusing winter, like a winter
for
opening date
Zootopia,
or something. And
that's right.
no, I think it was. No, it was Zootopia. Yeah, it was like winter
2026
2020.
or whatever.
Like, yeah, and
Something
people
like that.
couldn't
Yeah.
figure out what it meant. Anyway,
All right. Some minor things about Tropical Americas. There's apparently a playground going there. Will we get any playground details? True, false?
um,
Wasn't really in the
that's
model.
a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. That doesn't meet the D23 like threshold for me, but I think we'll get it anyway. Like just as part of all of the, like they're not going to dedicate talking about a playground, but I think we will see it in probably updated art and visuals for the land. So I'll say true on that.
How about any information about the meet and greets that are coming in the area? Will we get any of those details?
No.
Okay. I know, exciting stuff, but still. All right. This is moving off of Tropical Americas and more Animal Kingdom proper. But we will get a future new attraction announcement beyond Tropical Americas and not a retheme.
No. False.
Okay. We'll get a retheme announcement. They're going to do something with Cali River or something like that.
False.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to get a show update for Nemo, potentially tying it into Tropical Americas.
Maybe they do, but I don't. Not for D23.
I don't see that coming.
Okay.
I mean, didn't they just? That was just a new one 3-4 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not going to add capacity.
Right.
Making that change might help with thematic concerns, but it's not going to like bring more people into the theater.
Extremely off topic, and I don't want to get into it for the sake of the episode, but that is a wildly placed, so out in the middle of not in any themed land, that Nemo theater.
It is. Yeah. It's what is it? Theater in the Wild, isn't that what the theater's called? It's perfect. All right.
That is true.
Here we go. As an olive branch to James Cameron, we will get an update announced for Flight of Passage. Forget the olive branch. Will we get an announced update for Flight of Passage?
No. False.
Okay. Pandora expansion is coming. You kind of said it earlier.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense. It's just trying to figure out the timing of all of the moving pieces. And for them to announce that at Animal Kingdom, they got a month to clear up what's happening at Disneyland. But I mean, doing that would soften the blow for people that might be upset. I think I already said no to like Animal Kingdom expansion, so I can't say true now. So I guess I'll just stick with false.
Yeah, I don't think it's coming to this D23, but man, that has been rumored for a long time. And given how many billions Avatar's bringing in at the box office over the next 6 years, you got to think that's coming soon.
Yeah, even though the last one was
if we find out between now and Expo, if we get clarity and like some answers that Avatar is not coming to DCA, and they're going to talk more about the new vision for it at Expo or at some point in the future. If they say something like that, if they officially say like Avatar is no longer planned for DCA, if we were to find that out between now and D23, then I would make it almost like one of my strongest predictions is that they would announce it for Pandora, because that would, in their eyes, like soften that blow. But I would need to know for sure that Avatar is done at DCA before feeling strongly on that in the near term. So I'll still say false.
Okay.
But I said all that. Don't forget that I had all those thoughts. Because if I end
I
up
like
being
it.
right with all that, I'm still going to take credit.
I'm going to put a caveat that Scott predicted or mentioned it could happen.
Predicted, but refuses to stand behind it. That's me.
It could happen, but won't stand by it unless it's right. All right.
And then I will tell you over and over that I called it.
Exactly.
That's it.
All right. So I rank Animal Kingdom. I've been to 6 parks. I rank, and I'm talking Disney parks. I rank Animal Kingdom 6th because it
Oh,
has no nighttime show. It
terrible.
has no nighttime show. So we're gonna finally get details on a new nighttime spectacular in the amphitheater. What was that? Oh,
It has no nighttime.
nothing.
Like
You're right. You're
it
right.
doesn't have a nighttime show. It has no nighttime.
Uh,
I think I'll say this is the most likely like new announcement for Animal Kingdom is that they're announcing something is
Man.
coming to that theater as part
let's
of
go.
From
Tropical
your
America's
lips to the
opening.
God's
So,
ears, please, Scott. That would be incredible.
I mean, they could even run it seasonally if they wanted. Like, run it during the wintertime. Like, they're at at the very least, they should be open till 7 p.m. when Tropical America's open. They can run that half of the year for sure. In the summertime, they want to close at 6 still, then don't offer it. But bring something back. They have to.
That seems like something else that's been pretty heavily rumored. Maybe not like deeply rumored, but just like
yeah.
assumed by so many people for years.
Those are the toughest rumors, honestly, are the ones that are like that. And then that's how the um, Monsters coaster felt for a while.
Right.
Right. Because it started as like this fan assumption and it makes so much sense. And you just, the line gets blurred a little bit. And then you have people that are legitimate sources repeating it back to you, but they just heard it on a forum. Like people that work for the company will literally repeat back some of these in a way that they've just assumed that it is happening, but they're not closely connected to it. So the Animal Kingdom thing too, like with the drones and the tests that they did at Disney Springs and all of the, there was a big drone test in California that happened, I believe, last year. I can't remember when that was, and we never fully got an answer to what that was for. So there's a lot of smoke there, but it could just be because it makes so much dang sense and it's not actually happening. But I'll say true on some type of acknowledgement that nighttime does exist in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah. They just have to announce that they're bringing a nighttime show back. They don't have to give us art or details, just like, hey, in 2027, or we're bringing back a nighttime show in the Water Lagoon. Cool. Love it.
I would not expect them to announce it without art because of all the crap they got about Blue Sky.
Oh man,
from two expos ago. So I do think
Blue Sky's fine
I think
now.
anything that
it's fine now.
Maybe it's
crazy.
okay.
They earned it.
I'm
still a little
that whole panel.
that really was wild. I have so many stories from that night. Gosh. But I think if they talk about it, they'll show us something, and I think that's the case for all of this. That would anything that's within the next couple years, which that would be. I think they will show something if they're going to talk about it.
All right, let's go to Hollywood Studios and let's spend time in Monstropolis. So we will get a land model or miniature of Monstropolis on the floor somewhere. True or false?
Ooh. I don't know. I think I'm going to say false on Monsters.
Okay.
They may bring back the Gravity Building for the Doors coaster, but I don't think we'll see a model for Monstropolis.
They kind of had that hype video a few weeks back, right? Where they kind of compare to what they were doing. And I think you put it in your Substack too that they drew inspiration from Zootopia, laying out in Shanghai. So to me,
Yeah.
to me, I actually, if I had to wager, I say true on that one, but we'll see. I could be wrong. I feel like they're hyping that up for a
I
reason.
think we're gonna get more on Monstropolis, for sure. Like on the show that's going in the land. I think we're gonna find out more about that. Um, Maybe see some cool stuff that's gonna be in that show. Um, but specifically the model, I don't know. I'm leaning no on that one. I think we will see some new models, but I'm not thinking we'll see that one.
All right. How about the Door Coaster official attraction name?
Hmm. No. Well, I don't know. No, I'm gonna say no.
How about the Glob official name? Whatever the
Yeah, I
theater.
think we'll get a name for the
Okay.
show. Maybe not the. I mean, I guess the Glob is the theater,
Yeah.
but I think we'll get a name for the show.
How about we'll just get more land details on Monstropolis? I think you said that's a true already, so I'll just keep going there. Um, and again, we will get more details on the Monsters Theater show. So we already think the official name's coming, and I think you already spoke it into existence too. That's a true, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here's a good one. We're going to get an opening time frame for anything in the land.
Um.
Could be the show. It could be the whole. They could say Monstropolis coming 2028, or
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I'll say true on that.
We'll get more details on Harryhausen's.
Yes. True.
We'll get the cuisine or what they're doing to replace pizza Rizzo.
Yes.
All right, so there's a lot of truths there.
And I think that restaurant is going to be in the world of Monsters University.
Okay,
You guys remember
that would
like
be
10
cool.
years ago that Monsters University hat that became the most popular hat in the world?
Yep.
Now everyone in the world has it.
One of the weirdest, like such a strange thing that happened with that. like that
People
happened
are waiting
within
hours every time they would drop it every 4 months.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's not a true or false question, but you think the Glob movie theater or the theater show? Do you think any chance that opens next year? The Door Coaster follows the following year.
I don't think they will open together. I think they'll open in phases. Um,
They won't tell us that though, right? Unless I mean, maybe they will. Maybe they'll say, the theater show 2020 and late 2027, Door Coaster 2028 or something like that. I don't know.
no,
You don't think so?
I think it'll be. I think it'll be like. I think we're gonna get Tropical Americas next year in phases, most likely middle end, and I think the same thing for Monstropolis in 28. So we could see the front of the land, the restaurant, and the show opening 28, early mid summer 28, and then Doors Coaster opening at the end of the year.
Okay.
28. So then they can just say 2028.
There you go. That makes
You know.
sense. All right, we'll get a show update on one of the existing shows, either like Beauty and the Beast, Indie, Frozen, Mermaid or Villains. No. Okay. We'll get an announcement.
Not saying it won't happen, just not 23.
Okay. We'll get an announcement of a new attraction beyond Monstropolis at Hollywood Studios. Okay. We'll get something for Galaxy's Edge, some kind of new wrinkle, maybe table service, maybe they bring the nighttime show from Disneyland, something. Nothing? They just ignore
I
Galaxy's
said
Edge.
no.
They don't know what they're doing with Star Wars. All right. Um,
And if they don't know what they're doing, it's really expecting or thinking they'll talk about it at D23 when you don't know how people are going to take something.
yeah,
It just doesn't.
yeah.
Like I don't see much Star Wars news happening for that reason because they're just not super confident
Yeah, it's
in it.
all right. We're gonna learn what this Project Fedora is. There's like all kinds of construction permits near the Indy Stunt Spectacular. Some people think it's a merch shop. Some people think it could be like a small quick service thing. Nobody knows what it is. Is this a D23 thing, or
No, I don't think so.
it's probably like a
I don't know what
bathroom
it
or
is either.
something?
But
All right.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel like it's going to rise to D23, but I still don't know what it is.
All right. I'm leaving this in there. I know it's a false, but we'll get something about Star Cruiser that they're going to do something with that thing.
I mean, they are doing something. They're turning it into WDI
Right.
offices, but
Fan facing.
they're definitely not talking about that.
Okay. All right. Star Tours. Anything with that? Either new missions or they're going to do something else with it. I know they're not going to announce a closure, but maybe they say something. I don't know. We're bringing Stitch to Hollywood Studios, and we can make the picture out and be like, just like we did with Muppets. Like that's the Star Tours building, you know. Stitch is coming. False.
False.
All right. Down to Epcot. We're getting there. An update to Luminous will be announced.
False.
Disney to restore the Fountain of Nations, retiring the planner.
False.
All right, here we go. We'll get a Figment refurbishment announcement.
True.
Man, that's gonna.
Whoa.
That's,
And you keep double down. He keeps double downing on this one.
just like the the dragon at Phantasmic, that would make the crowd go insane. I'm not sure what non-fans would think
Yeah.
about that, but fans would go crazy.
So is there?
Yeah. Only caution I'll have there is just that they've kicked this can so far. It is one of those things I'll keep predicting till I'm wrong. But what they are, and I have not heard anything, but whatever they are deciding to do with it will inform whether they talk about it at 23. If they know it's a home run, they'll talk about it. Absolutely. No better place to do it. But if there's any part of it that they see as potentially like dividing, then they're not going to talk about it. It's just not going to happen. So, but I'll still say true.
Maybe that's something they announce before D23. I don't know. And I say
I think the most likely is they announce something extremely vague and they say that it's happening. They show something that looks great and that is all they say. And it's not like when it's happening, it's not, we're changing the story. We're bringing back Dreamfinder. I don't, well, that would make it like a slam dunk. They will only reveal as much as they have to on things like that because they know there will still be people that are upset when it goes away.
so. What about they're not going to have a piece of art that's got Figment and Dreamfinder and a silhouette of joy and sadness, are they? Like, and just keep
I would no. That's what would
exactly
be
polarizing, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But like that could be the plan. They say we're gonna finally, go over and give Figment that attraction the update that it deserves. The plan is actually incorporating Inside Out, but the only art they show is that Figment and Dreamfinder will be reunited, and then you get your big applause. They move on, and then we find out in 6 months that it's Inside Out is also going to be in there.
Well, they just
like
announce
that
Inside Out's
is
coming, but they don't tie it to Figment. I don't know. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Bring Inside Out to the Play Pavilion.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to Wonders of Life. All right. I like where you're going though. How about Spaceship Earth refurb announcement?
This is like,
They're tough.
yeah. No, I'll say false.
How about Mission Space?
No, false.
Wonders of Life Pavilion. And this is a long before and after that Shaun and I have.
No,
Nothing?
no, nothing.
I think so too. I think it's just, they're not going to talk about it. All right.
What would they announce that would get people excited about
I
that?
don't know. If
Body
they
Wars.
I mean,
show Baymax with a help,
yeah, I
they'll
mean,
flip out too.
there's nothing they can't they cannot say anything about that pavilion as an exciting reveal ever again. It's just we're gonna find out it's being demolished, or one day we're gonna find out that they've opened it back up and they're using it for festivals, or but it's never gonna be this big like we're finally doing this. So much of that building has been repurposed for things that they're not willing going to be willing to give up. So storage.
The amount of unused space that used to be guest space in Epcot right now is wild. And I also think in like a decade, looking back on what COVID did to Epcot is going to be pretty wild.
It's already sad to do that. But yeah, no, there is so much space. Just
That
sitting.
massive, I forget what it's called, that massive festival like tent area they have, that hasn't been opened in forever.
They use that for events
Showplace?
and like
Yeah.
conferences. Yeah, showplace. Yeah, they use that. They actually use it a lot, just not for normal, average, like everyday guest stuff. Which my really cheesy idea for that building has always been for holidays. Like you could do like so much stuff. Like you could set up. They could set up like a whole tribute to like the Osborne lights inside that thing. It'd be amazing. Like an amazing flex space, but they use it for so many. They make so much money on those like sold travel agent type things. They
Bridal parties, probably
that
that kind of
space.
stuff. Maybe
Yeah,
not bridal. Yeah, the weddings, I guess, receptions.
wedding.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. How about an update to the Pixar 3D theater? I mean, that's such a waste. What's happening over there?
No.
No, I mean, they can't bring back Captain EO, right? They did that at Disneyland. Is his name just like too controversial to ever bring that back?
I mean, I don't know why. None of those need to be updated. Like, just get rid of the space. In 2026, we don't need to be putting new 3D movies anywhere.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So if you're gonna do anything there, it would be they announce the Figment thing, and then they're gonna use that space as part of the refurb. Like
That would be cool.
great. But if they announce new Pixar shorts that are on Disney Plus right now coming into there, if that happens at D23, that'll be the second time
What was the first?
Or up
I'll
to 2.
put a note in there.
I can't
New shorts.
I can't remember.
New shorts is a boo.
I don't remember what the other one was. I need to make a note
Yeah.
every time I'm promising.
They would have gotten booze if
back.
they had announced the Rivers of America instead of just saying Cars Land was coming and not saying where. Or Villains Land.
I'll never forget that. Flying red eye Sunday, landing, sitting at the computer for 20 minutes, and then that just dropping like a bomb.
What was it?
Just like trying to collect my thoughts. It was the Rivers of America.
Oh, right.
Like the
yeah.
Cars map,
That's
like
the
was
most
posted
angry
on the
I've
Parks
seen
blog 9 a.m.
People
Monday
in a long
morning.
time, maybe since Splash
Yeah.
closing.
Yeah. I mean, they might do that again, like a retheme. If they announce
I don't
if
know.
they announce a retheme, then I would hold your breath till the next day to see what they're closing.
I think they learned their lesson on that one. I'm not saying they won't do it again, but I think they knew that they hurt themselves. Like they had their moment, and was kind of just their legs were cut out from under them, and they did it themselves. So
All right. How about an update to one of the World Showcase shows? Impressions de France, Wonders China, which was rumored to come. Anything there? I mean, I'm not saying that would.
no,
Okay. How about I have to put it in there every D23, but a new World Showcase country. I just laugh. Yeah, I know. One day that will happen,
Yeah,
right? Just
I don't think that's like
does that
way out of
help?
the. I don't think that's like 10 years down the line. It's probably 4 years down the line, 5 years.
Scott, what comes first? The third gate at Disneyland or the next
World
country?
Showcase,
Okay.
next country for sure. I mean, they there was a plan for Brazil to come. Like that was a real plan, not just a rumor. That was a plan. So we know how that works, right? Like that plan is still on the shelf. So whenever it makes sense, they can absolutely finally use some of those expansion pads. But I don't think it's this year.
My idea is whoever wins the World Cup every 4 years, if they don't have a pavilion, they're required to find expansion space, and if they have a pavilion, they're required to add a ride or something like that. So when France wins it all this year, we're getting a expanded pavilion.
Yeah.
It is looking likely that France is going to win it. So I'll take it.
Yeah. How about I got one that I'm going to add here just for kicks because I don't know if we have our 100th, but what if Dick Van Dyke comes out and announces a Mary Poppins attraction for the UK? You don't think they would do that
Again?
again, do you?
Where'd you get that idea from, Matt?
No,
Is that thing
no,
ever coming?
absolutely
No,
not.
Mary Poppins.
Oh, I mean, I love the movie. I love Dick. I love all of it. I would wish they would at Epcot, but I don't think they're going to do the song and dance again. That'll feel very icky,
They
in my
can't
opinion.
announce it either. They just got to do it, like, and they definitely can't bring him out again.
I mean, there's a part of me that would love for a self-aware Disney. And I mean, they did pretty good 2 years ago to poke fun at
Yeah,
themselves with Deadpool,
yeah.
like that whole thing. I would love a self-aware moment where one of those things that was announced and then not ever, if it's the um, Spaceship Earth, probably not that. It probably would need to be something new if you're going to poke fun because you don't want to poke fun and then still people be upset that Spaceship Earth is going away or whatever. Um, Man, it would be, I would enjoy that if they said, and this time we mean it. Breaking news, like, would be very, very funny to throw that art up again and say we're
Yet
finally.
another
I'm adding a
example of
note that Scott would have great delight. Say that again,
it's just another
Sean.
example of Epcot, what COVID did to Epcot, man. There's so many examples of fantastic additions coming.
Yeah, and the little Coco. I think it was like they had the guitar at the Mexico Pavilion. They can't put Coco there though. That was if they ever would have did that. But remember what was that? That was like the Epcot experience. Was that what it was called in the Odyssey?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
there was all kinds of Easter eggs in there, but it makes sense why they didn't do Coco. They're not going to be able to make that a lightning lane thing unless they rip down Summer House or whatever it's called, the spot for Elsa and Anna to meet. But
I've been one of the very minority saying that I do think it's possible. The queue is, I totally understand that, but I think that they would find a way outdoors or something. But we'll see. That's a
I
long,
would
long
love it.
ways away. That's not coming anytime soon.
No, I think they made their call with DCA. All right, we're on to Magic Kingdom and we're on to Piston Peak. So we're going to get a model of Piston Peak.
Piston what?
You did what in your peak?
Sorry. Go ahead. You did what in your
You
peak?
almost got me there. Uh, what do you say? Do we get a model of Piston Peak National Park?
Yes, we will.
Will people feel better about it after they see it? That's not an official true false, but will they feel better?
I think so. I think the once they finally stop showing us the ATV video, and people are in the process of kind of getting over Rivers of America, I think the more that we see of this, yes, it's still land, um, really to the attraction. The more that we see, I think the more people are gonna get excited about it. Um, some pretty ambitious concept art they showed us, and that original concept sketch that showed, the landscape and everything. But I think the more people see, the better they're going to feel about it, and I definitely think we'll see a model in the pavilion.
All right, how about we'll finally get the e-ticket details for the rally car racer. We'll really have a good sense what it is, not just the ATV video and the little model that they did.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I
true.
still can't believe they showed that video at D23. It was so
The
unimpressive.
car on the ATV or the one that it was like on the little plastic track
The little
thing.
plastic track on the table. It was so unimpressive.
All right. All right, we're gonna learn what the second attraction is. True, false.
True.
All right. We'll get an opening time frame. Can be a season, year, day. I doubt we'll get the day, but opening at Magic
Yeah,
Kingdom
I
at
think we could get.
2020 X, whatever.
Yeah, I think opening year.
Okay. We'll find out what's happening next to the Haunted Mansion. There seems like there's a lot going on. There's been scrims. There's some of the art has shown that there's going to be a building right next to it. They think, a lot of people think it's a guest, nothing false.
I mean, it might be in the or be in the model if we see
Okay.
it. Like we might see that possibly, but I can't imagine them talking about it. I
Okay.
don't think it's anything significant. I think it's just trying to rework Haunted Mansion to work with this expansion. So they're I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're moving the queue or it's just adding a bathroom over there or whatever it might be. But
Not a parlor. That's where they would announce it. If it was a parlor or something, they would announce it.
yeah, I'll still say
Yeah,
false,
I'm with
but
you. All right, we'll learn.
I don't know. That feels like a weird. I don't like a haunted mansion parlor next to the haunted
Yeah,
mansion.
I don't think that's
Is that
gonna
really
happen.
a thing? Okay, yeah, that just doesn't
We
make
got a Pirates
sense.
bar next
But
to Pirates.
See, I don't think they want to do that
yeah, but
though.
it's not.
Yeah, good.
But it's not like a Pirates of the Caribbean bar. It's just a pirate bar. Like, I guess you could have a haunted bar, but like I'm thinking the parlor on the ship. Like a bigger version of that doesn't really make sense to me next to haunted mansion. But maybe I could be
Do they want to have
overthinking it.
two lounges at a castle park? That's why I keep nixing it. It's either to me they're either going to add a restaurant if they want to introduce that, or they just don't do it. I can't see them bringing a second lounge. I could be wrong. A second bar lounge.
Restaurant would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Magic Kingdom needs it. That'd be great.
Yeah.
How about we'll learn about what they're doing in terms of like food, bev, and Piston Peak. Like maybe they'll bring some of the cozy cones or whatever. Just something. I mean, and maybe it's just in the art, but we'll have an idea what's going on there.
Um, no, I think they'll focus on the land for this. So I'll say false.
Okay. All right. Um, I'm putting little caveats on there just in case it's a little nebulous. We'll get what we said here. How about I'm on to Villains Land. We're going to get an updated concept art for Villains Land. We've had the same one, and
I
maybe they added a little animation. It's tough to say. Like a few months back, but
Yeah, I don't think they. I want to say no, um, but since there were some rumors like about like the plan changing or something, I could see them showing something just to kind of quiet those rumors a bit.
I guess it,
But
yeah.
I still think they'll acknowledge Villains Land in some way, and it could be updated concept art. But I think they're really more focused on the other projects and going into details. I don't see many details coming for Villains
Okay.
at this
So
point.
no miniature or model, right?
No, I don't think so.
How about we'll learn the IPs that are being used there or more about the villains?
Yeah, I think that could be what they go into. Is a little bit of that,
Okay.
like those details. Maybe not new visuals necessarily, but just details doubling down on what they plan.
What about any chance we get there's a table service restaurant come in or anything like that? Anything any more information about food bev there?
No.
Okay. How about this is a big one that I'm hoping they acknowledge that a train station will be coming to Villains Land.
Mm, no, I would say no. Not at this point.
What's your gut say on that one? Is that actually going to happen?
Yeah, I think it will. But I mean, it, I think it's the plan. But I think plans could change on a lot of that stuff, and it's not something they need to like confirm
Right.
this far out. So I think it is the plan though for them to have a stop there.
How about they make a reference that there's more than two attractions coming to Villains Land? False.
Um, yeah, I'll say false, but I don't think there is. But I'll say false.
How about the Villains Land weenie will include references to nighttime experience? My all-time wish here.
Not yet. No,
Okay. We'll get an opening time frame for Villains Land.
I don't think so. No.
Coming 2038. I don't know. Okay. All right. We're on to Magic Kingdom proper. How about a new daytime parade will be announced? They won't say Festival of Fantasy is going away, but they'll tell us a new one's coming.
No.
How about another attraction will be announced to be going through a major refurbishment like Big Thunder Mountain Buzz and Carousel of Progress?
Yeah, there's a bunch of rumors today about space, and I think I think it's been an open secret that it would be next on the list for needing a track replacement. But I don't know, like doing it at D23.
I know.
Um, if all they're gonna do is replace the track, that's not a D23 announcement. If there's this really cool thing that they're bringing as part of that project that makes for a good visual, which Space Mountain is not something that is a good visual to put up on a screen. Um, but like if they're gonna make the space part of Space Mountain look better inside, and they can show some art for that, I could see them showing that and then saying, we're gonna be giving Space Mountain the love it deserves. Da da da. It's just people are still gonna be upset when they significantly change that ride and close it for 2 years. So it doesn't feel right for D23 for me. So
Any chance they do the Tokyo
I think they're
treatment where
gonna.
they like take the whole building down
No,
and rebuild it?
I don't think so. No.
All right. How about something's coming to the Stitch space?
Um,
Cast member storage.
no.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
Okay. That completes Magic Kingdom. Now we're at the resort itself. We'll finally figure out what's happening with the Liberty Bell riverboat, which I think they would have destroyed it already, but they moving it somewhere. They gonna repurpose it. Nothing.
I think they are, but they're not talking about it at D23. They're not bringing up anything about that stuff at D23.
Okay.
No way.
How about stuff that I don't think is super exciting, but I still think it's something they'll probably talk about is Lakeshore Lodge, like the food and beverage details. Will tell us how many restaurants are there or quick serve or whatever.
Um, at some point in the weekend, I'll say yes. Like, I think it's going to be at Tiana's restaurant, like at that resort. So we could get something on that.
Yeah, and that's the next bullet actually I have. Lakeshore Lodge will confirm a character dining experience is coming. So you think you're going true with that and you think Tiana?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The weird thing with DVC is that all those announcements are like they have to be timed out based on like legal consideration for timeshares on the announcements that they're making.
Okay.
So it doesn't always line up for them to do that at D23. Like that could be the caveat, but I think they will have something for it since it's next, next for the resort to open.
Okay.
So I'll still say true on it.
All right. A new restaurant somewhere will be announced for the parks out of the blue. My mind went to the table service at Galaxy's Edge, but I know we kind of talked about that. But anywhere at the parks.
In Florida
Yes.
only.
Yes.
Man, like
Like Epcot opens up
but I mean, like,
Marrakesh again or something. I mean, I don't. That doesn't seem like a D23 thing, but they rethink.
yeah, I'll say
Okay, I
false
was
on that.
gonna say they do something with Coral Reef or something. I don't know. They put IP in Coral Reef. People will love it. All right. How about a new resort? A new hotel will be announced beyond Lakeshore Lodge.
No.
So if you want the Epcot hotel, that's not coming. This D23 or a Hollywood Studios hotel. I agree. Um, all right, I have some like kind of fun ones. Pie in the sky. The monorail will expand or get work done.
No.
Skyliner, new network connecting the old spots, or just a brand new extension.
No.
A walking trail between Animal Kingdom and Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Please, no. Say yes to that one.
I know.
I want that
It
so
needs it.
bad.
All right, I only have three more. So we went through this list pretty good. All right. Disney will tell us that a Moana log flume is going somewhere domestically. That old blue sky art.
False.
Yeah. I think, you know where I think it should go? I think it should go in Hollywood Studios. I think they should replace the Stunt Spectacular and give us a new land there. Give us the log flume and put a Stitch attraction to replace Star Tours and do something else. That would be my, armchair imagineering. I just feel like they need to do something with Moana and Stitch somewhere in the parks. But
Yeah, I like it.
all right, Disney will do something with one of their major IPs domestically in the parks, and the ones that I have are Inside Out, Stitch, or Incredibles.
Hmm. Like a new IP announcement for the parks.
Yes.
Uh,
And one of those three that I mentioned, I mean, I could add more. I have one more that I'll keep, but those three are, if you can think of another significant one. I already mentioned Moana, but Inside Out's coming, Big
no,
Hero 6 is
honestly,
coming, something. No?
I mean, it feels like a broad enough question to where a true would be easy, but I can't think of what it might be, so I'll say false.
Baymax DJ in the New World of Color show or something? Probably not. All right. And the last one, Arendelle. Arendelle's coming somewhere to the domestic parks. What they built in Disney Adventure World.
I don't know where. Like, I don't know where it would go. So, no, I'll say false.
That's another
All
one that's
right.
been rumored for a while. You know, a couple years ago, you had the Disneyland rumors at the motorboat cruise area.
So, Scott, you have on this list, it looks like you have 36 true, and the rest are false, or the one was already have it was the cruise ship. So we'll have to see what actually happens. I mean, I I agreed with pretty much everything you said. I mean, there's a few, and I could see them. I do think they want to do something with Mission Space. I just don't know if it's now. Um,
Matt, do you want to get him to 101?
the new nut. Well, I think he's there. I think we got 100.
Oh, okay. I got two more. I thought
It's
you were at 99.
yeah. Oh, you got two more. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Well, I added a couple on the fly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what do you got?
Maybe you missed this, but I don't think I did. Did you, Scott, Carsland opening date? Did we get an opening date for that?
Yeah, we mentioned that. I think we said opening season
Opening season. Okay. And then the next one.
or opening time. Opening time frame.
Or opening
Yeah,
year. I think I said
yeah.
opening.
You did opening time frame. True, and I wrote opening year.
Great. And then do we get
Yeah.
What else you got?
do we get a non-Animal Kingdom drone show confirmed? That could be like the Disney Springs one or any other park besides Animal Kingdom drone show.
That's a good one. Drones anywhere at the domestic World. I like that. I'm adding that one. Drones
Yeah.
somewhere at Walt Disney World.
Yeah, or Land. I don't think Land gets one, but you never know.
Yeah. A drone mention, I'll say, in some way, I'll say true.
All right. I love it. Anything you think I missed that should be an obvious true or something like I can't believe you didn't mention that.
No. No. I think you covered. I think you got it covered. I think it's the general theme will be details and updates on things that mostly things we know about with some new things sprinkled in. Whereas the last one was a lot of new things, light on details. I think this is the details and then a couple look ahead new things and maybe a couple surprises like the test track that was dumped on us that was a surprise, like something totally out of left field I can see happening. But no, I think you covered it all.
Would there be anything that would get you up, out of your chair and, applaud or cheer or something? Anything?
I think Tomorrowland or Figment.
Okay.
Tomorrowland, Disneyland, or Figment. Acknowledgement in some way. Either one of those would, even though I hope it happens, half expect, but would still surprise me to actually hear it said out loud. Would be those two things.
Scott, pretty sure you didn't touch on, or sorry, Matt, I'm pretty sure you didn't touch on it, but and I think it's probably a for sure yes, but Scott, we're getting concrete details, I would assume, on Avengers expansion. Yeah, like are we going to get an opening date? Or are we going to get like I don't know, more concept art? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen enough. I mean, I guess we don't have a ton on the Avengers Infinity Defense. Like we could see maybe a little bit more of a.
We're going to see Bob Iger riding it again.
But I think the I don't know if this would throw this is a curveball or anything, but I think the projection face technology that Disneyland recently introduced on the Pirates ride, I think that was designed and supposed to be used on that Avengers Infinity Defense ride. I think that was the purpose of them pushing that tech. Um, so the fact that that's been it's been mixed reception at best does make me wonder if they might like not show as much of that ride. But I feel like we're owed a good visual that gives us an idea of what that ride's going to be like. So, and then the Stark ride, like we know what that is. Something I'll never ride, but looks cool. And we'll add some nice kinetics to that land, but I will never ever be setting foot on that.
The land that Disney
Yeah,
just said there was a permit that he saw that was taught, and they kind of made a nod that it was for that attraction, and it was something about, I want to say it was like virtual reality based or something, like something where you could move but not actually put yourself in harm's way. It was something like that. I don't know if you guys heard that. It was in a recent Disney dish, but again, I don't know. It sounded interesting. I mean, but I feel like they were making nods that that's what that permit was used for, or not permit, patent. Excuse me, patent.
for Infinity
Not
Defense,
Infinity Defense. The Stark flight.
the
Yeah.
Stark one. Oh, interesting.
All right, and
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to both of those rides. Even as a big Marvel fan, though, I'm not super like I don't know. I'm not super excited about either one. I'm hoping Infinity Defense surprises. I can remember not being excited at all about Flight of Passage, and then when I opened, it was like, holy crap, they nailed it. Like I'm hoping to get that kind of like on the attraction itself, forgetting the IP and the characters and the story and all of that. Just the attraction, I hope, kind of over
Doesn't it seem like it
delivers.
kind of has
But
to between the how long it's been and the hype behind it, and it being the anchor of a land that was slightly underwhelming to fans. It just kind of feels like this has to be a massive hit,
yep, it does, which
right?
is what makes me nervous because it's
Right.
taken this long. So
especially without
and
Avatar, come on, gotta do something bold out there.
yeah, yep.
Um,
So, but I think they need to give some kind of timeline acknowledgement for that whole thing too. Since we're seeing it being built, I feel like we're owed something, even if it's a year. Give us something.
you don't think they'll say anything about Blue Sky or show us any new Blue Sky anywhere, right? Think they're done with the Blue Sky?
I mean, if Blue Sky is them showing us something that's not dated, like has a specific date. If just that's Blue Sky, then they could do that. But the way they presented Blue Sky in that panel a couple expos ago, like they're not doing that everywhere.
Okay. And I guess my final question is, it's probably not going to be Josh tomorrow. I'm thinking that does the parks panel. Is it? Do we think it's going to be Joe Schott? I think I'm saying his name right. Or maybe I think he's the new president of Walt Disney World. Is it Thomas Mazium? Maybe he'll do it. I think he's the chairman of Disney Experiences.
He's retiring, so I don't think him.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
No, so Thomas is the new parks chair, like in Josh's old job, and then Joe is the new president of Walt Disney World, replacing um, Jeff
Okay, that's
Foley,
right.
who is
Yeah, wait, who's
retiring
retiring? I got
at
that
Walt
wrong.
Disney World.
Obviously, Valley.
Jeff,
Someone
yeah,
else
Jeff
just
Foley
announced.
and
Pot Rock. That's
Hot
right.
Rock,
That's right. That's what
the
threw
old
me off.
And Bob Iger.
We
Disneyland.
had two former Disneyland presidents there. That's right. Yeah, and I agree.
So, like, as far as like the parks panel, I don't, I don't think it'll be Josh, but I think we will see Josh. Um, Potentially during the parks panel, but definitely during some of the panels, obviously, he'll make an appearance either at the beginning of the expo in the same way Iger did, or maybe in all three of the panels he'll show up. But I don't think he'll be the main driver of the parks discussion for that panel. I think we'll see Thomas. I don't think we'll see Joe necessarily, but I think we'll see Thomas and other like experts in their craft. If it's, Joe Rody, we'll have Bruce, I'm sure, on stage, like different people that are talking about different projects. And then if it's Thomas doesn't come across as like someone, I don't really know if anyone has ever like been able to handle that hasn't been Josh tomorrow. Like Chapek couldn't really handle it. So I would not be shocked if we didn't see them have some other type of host, like an MC of the parks
Kermit
panel, who is then Kermit. That would be awesome. Someone up there just kind of reading in between, and then inviting Bruce Vaughn to come out to talk about what they're working on, what they're working on at Walt Disney World, and then Bruce talks about it, almost like an interview type way of presenting it, versus one person up there presenting the vision for parks. So, but I definitely, what I feel, that's just me trying to guess. Putting Thomas out there, since he hasn't been in the job very long, doesn't feel like something they'll do. Maybe in 2 years he would be the guy out there.
They'll give him destination.
And I know Iger is trying to separate himself. Like, yeah, he'll probably do destination, but for tomorrow, he's trying to prove that he's not just a parks guy. So him going out there and doing the whole parks panel doesn't really help him there. So, but I think the safest assumption is that most of the panel will be updates and not a bunch of new headlines. It's more details on things that we know about. I think that's the best way to go.
And I think that's okay. I mean, they gave us so much 2 years ago. It'd be nice to give us a couple things, but I'm okay with details this time. Like that's Shaun, you agree with that?
Yeah, sorry.
If we don't get any headline,
Yeah, I'm with you.
if we don't get any headliners and we just get details, would you be satisfied?
I mean, Scott made the point a couple minutes ago how 2022 was the blue sky panel, and then 2 years ago was the announcements with very little details panel, and so it's obviously makes sense this will be the details panel. But given the curveballs of like the Coco ride and just Cars Land, so many just random curveballs no one saw coming. I would think we got to get one that no one saw coming, but who knows?
I mean, and they're doing so much little things. Like they've done so many little things to improve World, and just all the refurbishments, Big Thunder, Buzz, Carousel. Like, and maybe they'll touch on the Carousel progress. I don't think they have to, but maybe they talk about that. But they really been, to me, like putting their dollars into these refurbs. So to me, if they give me details for the meat that they gave us a couple years ago, because they've done the other things, I'm satisfied. I'll be a happy customer. Just give me details. I want opening dates, and I am curious to see what they're going to market for next summer. If it's only Tropical America's Carousel, I don't think that's going to drive intent to visit. I think they need more than that. So I think Indy. My prediction is that Indy opens with the Carousel, with the La Hacienda or whatever the restaurant is, the quick serve. They open that, and then Encanto opens in early December next year. I think that would drive people to come and potentially twice next year. And then they have on top of that Monstropolis. I'm hoping that the theater show opens next winter too from Monstropolis, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm glad
you kind of talked me off that one.
I'm curious to hear Scott's thoughts on that, and I'm glad you brought it up, Matt, about how many insane amount of refurbs or whatever touch-ups we've gotten. And I had a tweet about that had so many replies saying like, oh, that's all you expect is just these overlays, like we need new rides. But I don't want that to go overshadowed how important and like just vital to the health of the resort and how lucky we are to get so many incredible overlays. Overlays is the wrong word, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Refurbs.
Yeah, I mean, Rocket Roller Coaster. I mean, that's a huge upgrade to me over the former attraction. Featuring Aerosmith.
And it, and it's also a way to get new into the parks in a short
Right.
time frame. Like when you're talking about villains years down the road, we're talking about things that are years away. Like this is how you not only update like for the future, but you can also offer new, right? And that's what we're getting with Carousel of Progress, which we will get more at Expo on Carousel. But I'm the same way. Like I don't want them only doing that, but doing that and knowing while literally dirt is
Right.
moving in all of the parks, like uh, sign me up for these types of updates and things that we haven't seen. Like I don't think we need to be changing for the sake of change, but uh, they haven't all been home runs, but they're batting pretty high in terms of the
I was just gonna
wins. I
say
mean, the
Buzz. I
Buzz
mean,
Lightyear
that's not bringing in
update
any income. They're not
is like,
selling lightning lanes because of Buzz, and the fact that they gave us that, and when they could have just left it, and I mean that's close to a brand new attraction with how well they did.
it's incredible. It's the biggest like before and after improvement on one of these things. Like Big Thunder is super smooth. I love the ride. I think it did a good job with it. Buzz, and same with Muppets. It's cute. It's fun. Um, but Buzz is a completely new experience and so much more fun now. That it truly feels like a new ride.
And you can't just say it's about
Give me
you
more
can't
of
just say
that.
it's about selling more Lightning Lane multi-pass because they're not going to put Carousel Progress on Lightning Lane.
No, that's what I'm
They're not going
saying.
to do
That's
that.
why it's so good that we got that
So
because it's not that.
exactly,
Yeah.
100%.
And
Yeah,
Buzz was a pretty quick turnaround too, all things considered, given that they,
yeah, it
basically
was.
give us a close to a new ride. So I mean, hopefully that's the pace of construction recently has been um, juxtaposed by the post COVID. It's been fantastic. So hopefully we get more of that.
Test Track, Remy's, Frozen, like Soarin'.
Yeah,
They
Country
have really
Bears.
done a lot,
Yeah, yep.
you know. So Country Bears, exactly. So I mean, it probably sounds like we're being an apologist, but they have done a ton of things. So details to me is fine. This D23,
Well,
I'm fine with
yeah,
that.
I mean, that's all in light of that we know we're getting four absolutely massive brand new lands,
Right.
five if you include the Disney animation. So we're not just saying these things are great in a
Agreed.
in a
Yeah,
model.
that's you're right.
It's with the context of the insanity that we're about to get in the next 3 years.
Right. Exactly. All right, Scott, where can everybody find you? Like if they don't know.
At
Wearing an
D23.
Auburn Tigers hat.
Uh, yeah, find me on Twitter. Find me on Substack. That's where I am.
Yeah, we'll all be glued. We'll all have our bells turned on for notifications on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Um, Seriously, you're the source of this the Disney theme park news and Universal for me. So, and I know I'm speaking on everybody else. Like you're our guy, man. So we're really dependent on you. We're not going to be able to see the video, unfortunately. They're not going to broadcast it, so we're counting on you. So I hope you don't get one of those blitzes again where they sing a song and they announce everything and they tell us winter 2026 again for Zootopia. So, but we appreciate you.
So annoying. And hopefully the Wi-Fi and network is better than it was 2 years ago because it was rough.
I gotta
Can you
say
live stream it too, Scott, while you're at
the
it?
move to Honda Center was really great too. I'm excited for round two there. The excitement in that building is pretty crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it was fun.
All right, this was a
And people know this year what to expect, so expectations will be high.
yep.
So it's gonna be fun.
All right. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And let's have a good D23.
Yeah, thanks, guys, and everyone
Awesome. Yeah,
listening. Be
thanks
on
for
the
having me.
lookout for our next episode. Just going to be Scott talking about the Fortnite introductions that'll be coming to D23 for about an hour. He'll be talking about that.
Fortnite and shoot, I blocked the buzzword out of my
Turbocharge.
head. What's
Yeah. Yep.
turbocharge? Yeah, turbocharge Fortnite. Thanks for saying that, Sean. Just really
Yeah, Fortnite's just the one
help my
thing that I
brain.
just can't wait for. It's just,
Blood pressure's going up.
I'm on fingers ready for those Fortnite drops.
I'm that's when I'll catch up. I'm glad
I'm
people
pretty
are.
shocked how
I'm
hard
glad
they
there's
went into the
interest in it.
Fortnite last D23, and honestly, fairly consistently since then. It seems like every couple months there's some Fortnite thing they're announcing, and I didn't even know that was. I thought that was like dying out, but apparently not.
Yeah, well, Disney has the magical touch on some of that stuff. So just give it a minute. But anyway, yeah, thanks for having me. Looking forward to the post mortem on D23 and hearing how many things
Yeah,
we got
Matt,
wrong.
And we'll be reading the Substacks.
let's keep
Yeah.
them accountable here. Let's have a post D23 and grade them out here. Anything below like a 60%, and we might have to have a warning in 2 years from now, the next D23 pod.
Poor Scott. That's not why they're the true
That's fair.
false, man. They're just fun topics. All right, everybody be good. Thank you so much, and we'll talk soon.